In this country, once people reach the age of 18 they randomly receive a special ability. Some can make things float, some replace taxis and fly into the sky to make money, some can start fires at will, and some can control water. But Jenny was different. She was already 27 in virtual age and still had no ability at all. Not only was work hard to find, she also attracted scumbags one after another. One second they were still being intimate under the covers. She only went to the bathroom for a moment of relief and within a few minutes the scumbag flew out the window. Fortunately Jenny had a close best friend whose ability was spirit communication, what we call a spirit medium, so she had a good job at a law firm. Whenever complex inheritance disputes arose, as long as she stepped in they could be resolved immediately. She only needed to glance at a photo of the deceased and then begin channeling. Before long a ghost would possess her body. Although this job was rather boring, the salary was enough for her and her boyfriend to spend. Her boyfriend Leo had the ability to reverse time but still had not found a proper job. He could not buy lottery tickets because that was illegal in this country and could only occasionally help Jenny solve some private problems. Today Jenny forgot the meeting time with her online friend and asked Leo to reverse time for her. So Jenny went to meet the male netizen. This blonde guy Ryan looked quite normal yet insisted on putting on gloves before shaking hands. It turned out he had a very special ability. Anyone who touched him would immediately climax. Jenny got excited the moment she heard it. Isn't this exactly to my taste? She was seriously heated up recently. Come on, hurry, come home with me and treat my heat condition. But Ryan was a man of principle. He used a sheet of plastic to block the middle and insisted that relying on his looks alone could also treat Jenny. Yet this way Jenny felt nothing at all. She wanted to try touching Ryan but was ruthlessly refused by him. He built an isolation wall with pillows and told Jenny that feelings would grow over time and they would continue tomorrow. Then he turned off the light and went to sleep. Looking at the man sleeping like a pig beside her was simply speechless. Her fire was even greater than before. Jenny also had her own family, a biological mother as fat as dough who could control electronic devices with her mind, so changing channels no longer needed a remote. Her stepfather could sense other people's inner emotions and she also had a younger half-sister from the same mother. Today was exactly this younger sister's 18th birthday. Jenny from the bottom of her heart did not want to come to this party. Thinking of her sister's arrogant face filled Jenny with anger, sadness and a bit of jealousy. Yet her mother's invitation was like an imperial decree forcing her to thicken her face and join the gathering. After the younger sister blew out the birthday candles everyone around watched with full expectation to witness her superpower. She could neither control the television with her mind like her mother nor sense others' emotional changes like her father. It seemed she had not inherited her parents' abilities and this made the younger sister feel very disappointed. Jenny secretly took pleasure in the misfortune. Finally there was someone just like herself who could do nothing. Yet something unexpected happened. The younger sister accidentally pulled the refrigerator door off and the crowd boiled again. It turned out her ability was super strength. The mother excitedly had the younger sister lift a sofa and everyone gathered around like a group of curious monkeys to watch. At that moment the mother looked happier than anyone as if she had won the lottery. Others were also cheering while only Jenny felt completely out of place with all this. In the end she really could not stay any longer so she hurriedly left the scene with a bottle of wine to seek comfort from her boyfriend. Unfortunately she ran into her boyfriend dating another woman at home. This woman had the ability to change her own appearance yet claimed she had never used this ability. Jenny looked at that pretty face of hers. Why is it always me who gets hurt? On the way back she received a phone call from her biological father who had been dead for many years. It must have been her best friend using the spirit communication ability. Jenny how much hoped she could truly return to her father's embrace and escape all this headache. This time Jenny was determined to discover a superpower. First her best friend took her to a clinic that claimed it could unlock potential, saying they could customize a package for her that could help her find her hidden superpower. Only the fee was a bit not cheap. Rely on herself. Easier said than done. Her best friend's boyfriend Leo searched a pile of folk remedies online, one of which said eating spicy food could stimulate potential. Jenny heard it. Isn't this exactly to my taste? After this meal Jenny's face was redder than a monkey's butt and sweat flowed straight down. But the problem was the superpower. Why was there not the slightest movement? It seemed those legends online were mostly scams. After Jenny downed a cup of ice water in one gulp she immediately rushed to the supermarket, picked the largest bucket of milk, found a deserted corner and began squatting and pouring it down. That scene was simply like looking for a mouse hole to crawl into. If this method did not work then try the next oak remedy. Her best friend said this time let's do something stimulating. As long as she gets nervous maybe the potential can be stimulated. First without Jenny knowing Leo dressed up as a robber. Suddenly he hijacked Jenny. The two cooperated and directly stuffed Jenny into the car trunk. The two were preparing to eat something across the street when the police uncle appeared from who knows where and without a word towed their car away. Her best friend turned her head and discovered the car was gone so she immediately called Jenny. The two followed the location searching all the way and finally found that car. Take the key out. Yet Leo had 28 things on him except the car key. The two thought for an hour. At that time Jenny in the trunk was already impatient and began frantically calling for help. Leo had a sudden idea, found a broken wooden stick and wanted to use it to pry open the trunk. Now they were truly out of options. Only one last method remained. Find someone with great strength to help. That must be her own younger sister. This time the younger sister was overjoyed and insisted Jenny beg her first and even had to let Jenny scold her a few times. No choice under someone else's roof. First get out and talk later. After the younger sister listened comfortably she reached out and lifted the trunk lid, then lightly threw it and it disappeared without a trace. This made the relationship between Jenny and her younger sister even more incompatible, like fire and water.